Hi there, amazing people. Welcome to this episode of Christianity over Islam with Sam Shamoun. And on this episode of this debate, a Muslim learns he's an idolater who worships Muhammad. Let's watch this amazing video as we get more details.
So what was your question? Let me see what you want to ask me before I open up about Muhammad and women.
Okay, so my first question, I saw a video on TikTok where you were talking to someone, and I forgot the ayah, but I think it was from Surah Al-Imran, where Allah Azza wa Jal said that if you would have asked the Prophet for forgiveness, he would have had prayed for your forgiveness. So you said...
Surah An-Nisa.
Oh, Surah An-Nisa, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
So
let me
you
get it.
said,
Okay. Go ahead, yeah.
you said that Ali ibn Abu Talib, radiallahu anh, he said that with
Yep,
this
that's right.
ayah that you go to, that you go and you make salam to the grave of the Prophet.
No, I didn't say he said that. No, I said Ali narrated. You misheard. You didn't hear correctly. Ali narrated that when your prophet had recently died, a man came to the grave on this passage and asked Muhammad to pray for him.
Okay,
Misheard.
but
Yep.
if I read, I don't know if you know it, because a tafsir that I like to read, it's good for beginners. It's called Tafsir Sa'di.
No, that's not good. That's what the Salafis told you. The Salafi told you read Tafsir Sa'di because it's a Salafi translation. They translate in English, and the Salafis do not agree with the mainstream Sunnis, which you're going to learn because it seems like you're a Salafi. They don't believe in what's called tawassul. They think it's shirk, but they're a minority opinion. The majority
That's a
opinion.
Sufi thing, no?
What is it?
It's a Sufi thing. It's not a Sunni.
No. You're still young. You don't know. No, it's not a Sufi thing. Tawassul has been affirmed by Muslims from centuries ago, and it's based on narrations that are deemed authentic, like the hadith of the blind man. It's you Salafis that try to demonize it by saying it's a Sufi thing. So no, I'm aware of what you believe. You're a Salafi. No, you believe that tawassul is shirk, and I agree with you, but not because your prophet didn't teach it. He taught tawassul. So that's why we consider you guys pagans. We don't consider you guys true monotheists. You are pagans, especially when you kiss the black stone. But even forget that hadith. So this Tafsir Saddi, you want to go to him, but you don't want to read what Ibn Kathir says about chapter 4, verse 64, where he narrates from Utbi that a man went to the grave on the basis of this passage. And even Darus Salam, to show you how dishonest you Salafis are, Darus Salam, when they translated Ibn Kathir in English, that hadith of Ibn Kathir, they didn't include in English, even though it's in the Arabic. They didn't include it in English because that's how dishonest the Salafis are. Because they believe in a certain understanding of Islam, which rules out tawassul, wasila. Okay, but since you're a Salafi, let me engage you. I hope you're not going to flash me on the camera. Forget about the hadith of Ali. Chapter 4, verse 64, the Quran is a message for people to the all generations till the end of the age. How the hell do you carry out chapter 4, verse 64?
Excuse, I don't understand your question.
Since the Quran is guidance for all Muslims till the end of time, right?
Yeah.
How do you carry out the guidance of this passage now that your prophet is dead? Here, let me show you what I mean. Go ahead.
Well, I guess I preach, or like I would guess I give dawah about the Quran and Sunnah.
That's not what the ayah says. The ayah says, if you come to him and you seek forgiveness of Allah and he prays for you, you'll find Allah most willing to forgive. How do I carry this command? How do I act?
Okay, this command, okay, yeah. Well, from what I read, it was something that was only done at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, because
Or does it say only at his time? So this command is only for Muhammad and his generation, so it has no benefit for you?
No, I don't think so.
So you just proved that your Quran is time-bound. It's for specific people at a specific time, because this passage is now abrogated. It's obsolete.
Well, there are certain, if I read the verse correctly, it says that if you had asked forgiveness to the Prophet, so it talks about the people before, and also there are...
So how do I do that now? So it's not for me then. So it's only for Muhammad's time. Now that he's dead, this is now useless. That's what you just said.
It's like the verse where it says to cut off the heads of the disbelievers. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this was a verse revealed for a certain time.
Alright guys, before we continue with our video, from this debate so far, you can see that many Muslims don't even know that they are worshipping Muhammad indirectly without them knowing, and by so doing it had made them idolaters. There are many instances in the Quran where they are unknowingly worshipping Muhammad and the black stone without them knowing. Let's get back to this video as we get more enlightened.
You are mistaken, because that's the same passage that all jihadis use whenever they're performing jihad. It's not just for that time. Anytime you do jihad, you're going to act upon these passages.
Yeah, of course, but if you take this verse like out of context, you're gonna say, "Oh, okay, why don't you go and strike off the head of the disbelievers?" This verse.
Yeah, why don't you? No, that's actually true. Why don't you?
Well, because this verse was taken, if I'm not mistaken, it was in a context where it was during a war.
What war? Who initiated the war?
That I don't know which battle it was, so I don't.
You're going into too many issues that you're going to confuse yourself. Let's keep it simple. So, number one, you just admit this passage is now obsolete. That's okay. I'm glad you admit that, because you're saying it was only for that time when your prophet was there. Since he's not here, it doesn't apply to you, right?
I guess so.
Okay. So, you don't accept tawassul, where you seek the intercession of Muhammad now that he's dead?
Directly, no. Directly, no.
Okay, so then why do you pray to him directly when you pray 5 times a day?
Yeah, I've seen what you said, and
okay,
from what I've heard, from what I've heard, it's because Nabi, when you say that, you're not like necessarily talking to him. And,
no, you are talking to him. No, you are. If you read Ibn Kathir, you read the Mufassirin, and if you actually go with those who are not Salafi but they're Sunni, like Muhammad ibn al-Yaqubi, who's Ahl al-Bayt, says, no, you are talking to him because your prophet in authentic narrations claim that there's an angel assigned to him who lets him know while he's in the grave that you are greeting him, and he returns your salam.
Okay, before we continue, could you please define the difference between Salafi and Sunni, because for me it's the same thing.
No, because not all Sunnis are Salafi. Hamza Yusuf is a Sunni, he's not Salafi. Okay, Muhammad ibn al-Yaqubi is a Sunni, he's not Salafi, he's an Ash'ari.
Hamza Yusuf is a Sufi from what I know. Sorry for cutting you.
No, Sufi, the Tasawwuf is a practice that has been observed even by scholars that you accept. For example, Ibn Taymiyyah, he condemned extreme forms of Tasawwuf, but he was not against Tasawwuf. Put that aside. Hamza Yusuf is a Sunni, Zayd Shakir is a Sunni, Yasir Qadi is a Sunni, but they don't identify as Salafi. Muhammad ibn al-Yaqubi is Sunni, he's from Ahlul Bayt, but he doesn't identify as Salafi. They would say they're Ash'ari, Maturidi. And what's the difference? According to you Salafis, Salaf as-Salih, you believe that Allah has a shin, yes. He has a foot, He has hands, there are 2 right hands, and eyes. They are actual sifat, is the term you'll use, attributes, unlike anything creation, but we don't allegorize them. The Ash'ari, the Maturidi will say, no, the word hand means Allah's power. Eyes means that he sees, he's aware. They would do what you would call ta'wil, allegorize them. That's one major difference between the two of you. So Hamza Yusuf is not a Salafi. He doesn't believe Allah has actual eyes, unlike anything creation, or an actual shin, unlike anything creation. You do, if you're Salafi.
Okay, welcome back, guys. That was a very fascinating and educating one from Shamoun. Like I said earlier, many Muslims don't even know that they are worshipping Muhammad indirectly without knowing. By so doing, it has made them idolaters. The same way they kiss a stone and weep over that same stone, without them knowing that they are worshipping this stone indirectly, because the Quran said that on the last day this stone will be given a mouth and a life, and it will appear before Allah to intercede on behalf of those that weep and kiss and smuggled this stone on the last day. And also you can see that from this debate, a man went to the grave of Muhammad to ask him to pray to Allah on behalf of him, that Allah should forgive him. This is in accordance to what was written in the Quran, because the Quran said that you can go to Muhammad for him to pray to Allah on your behalf, for Allah to forgive you. And Shamoun asking a very important question, that now that Muhammad is dead, who do you go to pray for you on your behalf to Allah? That is a very important question. This is another proof that the Quran is time bound, that it is not an eternal book, just like the Bible. Guys, let's know what you think about this amazing debate in the comment section, and also don't forget to share our videos with your friends and your family, and do well to subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.